Funky people, what is up? My name is MHUZ. I'm back with another tutorial, this time going over the UK garage bass. It's that low, greasy sound. A lot of you guys have been asking me how to make it, so we're going to go into Serum today and go over it. Really quick, I wanted to say thank you to everyone that's downloaded and supported the Sampler Week Starter Pack. It's 160 free samples. You can basically make a couple tracks just out of those samples, all fully processed and high quality. There's a link to download them in the description. Let's get right into the tutorial. Alright guys, so for this tutorial I've started off with just a basic kick, hi-hat, and clap pattern. You find this across most, house, and so that's what we're going to stick to, just keep it simple. It's going to sound a little something like this. So nothing too crazy. I've written out a 2-bar MIDI, well I guess 1 bar and 3/4 of another bar. And so in this MIDI, I have a little pitch bend going on the last 3/4 of it, and I'll show you why I did that in the Serum patch once we develop it a little bit more. So heading into Serum, let's start with an initialized patch. We're going to turn on oscillator A and B, turn on mono. I feel like I said motto, but mono is the motto. That could be a cool song. Let's turn the level down on oscillator B. On oscillator A, we're going to go into analog, select the basic move. We're going to turn wavetable position up to about 112. You're going to get this almost like square kind of looking thing, but not really a square. Let's drop the octave by 2. On oscillator B, we're going to drop the octave by 2, but we're going to raise it up 7 semitones. Just like that. And so we're going to go down here into into the pitch bend. And so this actually tells Serum how much to bend the pitch when we automate that in Ableton. So we're going to choose -7 down here. And from here on oscillator B, we're going to choose basic shapes, and we're going to go all the way to the square. Okay. On oscillator A, let's choose FM. And we're going to bring it up to about 40-ish%. And let's see what we have so far. Nice. So let's add a filter on it next. We're going to bring down to around right around 160, and we're going to use LFO1 for this. We're going to create a point. We don't want it to start at 0. We want it to start to where we can actually hear something, and then from there kind of open up a little bit more, and that'll give the sound a little bit more characteristic, make it more interesting. The mod amount for LFO1, we're going to bring it up to 32. We want to open this up a pretty fair amount, but still keep it, pretty low and pretty sub and low end driven. And give it a little bit of drive. That won't hurt. A little bit of resonance. You'll hear the filter a little bit more. And we're going to go on to trigger, bring the rate down to 1 bar. And we're going to go actually onto envelope, not trigger. On LFO2, we're going to go into trigger. If you hold shift, we can control where the LFO will go on the graph, and it's a little bit easier. And so from here, I just want to kind of smooth it out. Let's bring this one up a little bit, bring this one up, and you can get as creative as you want with this. The more you experiment with it, the crazier sound you're gonna get. We're gonna drop LFO2 on the wavetable position over here, and let's make it bidirectional. And so now what sound we have sounds like that's actually another sound that you're hearing. I'll go into that one in a bit. But for the purposes of this tutorial, this is how you make that greasy kind of UK garage bass. And so if you go into the envelope, you can actually program it to be more of a deep house stab kind of bass, or whatever you like. And if you guys want a tutorial on that, I can definitely make one. But back into this, let's finish it off. We're going to increase the level on oscillator A. Let's go into effects. We're going to throw on a little bit of hyper and dimension. Let's take the hyper off, give it a little bit of dimension, bring the size down. Let's throw on a compressor, and we're going to use this to kind of get some more of those mid harmonics out of it. Not too much on the high end. and bring the low end up a little bit down here. This is sounding really nasty. I like it. I wouldn't throw reverb on it just because of the low end properties it has. I would probably do, you know, something else. And we're actually going to add some distortion on this. Let's go to, we can try soft clip, turn the drive up. Nice, and that gives us a nice healthy sound. You notice it's clipping a little bit. Not too much, but it just adds a little bit of distortion. It's okay if it clips. It's not the end of the world. So all together with the percussion and the bass sound, so this one is actually just from the Sauce sample pack. Again, you can download that in the link below. This one sounds kind of like a G house stab kind of thing, but again, it goes for all of, you know, the genres under that garage category. And together we have this little, I guess, mini drop. You guys, thank you so much for watching the tutorial. If you liked it, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, if you want the sounds, you can download them in the link in the description. Other than that, always let us know what you want to learn, and we will do our best to show you that. Peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.